We watch the news to get reliable information about current events. We have multiple television stations in Erie so that we can get multiple sides of the stories. But what happens when our news stations merge? What happens when our news stations are owned by the same company? Are we left with one-sided stories? Do we still get all the facts? And how do they deal with in-house competition? PSB TV's Christina Brown has more about how two local stations are dealing with this very thing.
WICU and WSCE merged 3 years ago, creating two stations under one owner, Lilly Broadcasting, and under one roof. General manager of the two stations, Pam Forsyth, said that the merger was difficult in the beginning.
We have always considered each other competitors. So WICU and WSCE were really, when I say competitors, they're friendly. I mean, we knew each other, the salespeople knew each other, the news people certainly knew each other, but everybody wanted to get the top story, everybody wanted to get the best sale, everybody wanted to get the best of the best. So when the company decided to merge and bring SEE up to this building, it was almost like you were physically sitting right next to your competitors, so you wanted to do this, like don't show them your rates, don't tell them the stories you're working on.
It may have been difficult in the beginning, but Forsyth says that quickly changed and the two stations formed a bond.
That didn't last very long because it was too difficult, and you started to realize that these people are trying to make a living just like you are, and the company's looking at you as a family. And yeah, families, brothers and sisters, argue a little bit. They have a little bit of discussion and, don't always agree, but they almost always are able to work it out. And that is really what it came down to.
Forsyth says that the two stations are learning to work together like a family that is competing for the love of the same audience. Forsyth says that the two stations work together and complement each other's strengths and weaknesses.
If you imagine two brothers that both want to be pitchers, and one is a little bit better than the other, he may give, some advice to the other one and eventually say, you know what, I have my time and I'll give you your time, and really work with each other.
WICU and WSCE may have a sibling rivalry, but it is under this one building that they come to work together as one family. Christina Brown, PSB TV News.
WICU and WSEE want to make sure your questions are answered. They offer tours of the studios, take phone calls, and respond to emails answering your questions.